20 plus miles ahead. Lights are pretty,
Cranberry pecan.
I actually got bit by a wasp yesterday.
You want your bars to kind of look like bear poop. You want to be able to see the things in it. NPC energy look to them.
Came out pretty good. Sauce.
Huge drop off here. Woke up at 4:30 a.m. Didn't sleep too well, but we're out here on the trail.
Beautiful sunrise coming up. 20 plus miles ahead. Should be a good one. It's cold. It's like 44 degrees right now. And that's good because once you get moving here, we'll be warmed up real quick. Lights are pretty, packs are pretty light though. So this is the advantage of shooting it in a day. Move quick, lightweight, ultralight.
I'm just gonna eat an appa bar. I haven't tried one of these yet. It's essentially a pemmican bar. This one's cranberry pecan. You love them.
They're amazing, super convenient. It's just, it's grass-fed beef, butter, tallow, honey, salt, and then GT's got the cranberry pecan, so little flavor adders right there. Made in Colorado. Pretty cool that it's Rocky Mountain local. What is it, 330 calories or something in this little form factor, so calorie per weight, extremely high.
Look how adorable. It's a great design. But that's what I'm doing for breakfast. You want your bars to kind of look like bear poop. You want to be able to see the things in it. Not like these gross pulp sort of Cliff Bar chicken nugget. Don't know what's in it. Can't see any of the ingredients. This thing, you can see the cranberries, no preservatives, delicious. Use our affiliate code, BASED5. 5% off. Gives us a little kickback too.
Super Based. I've been kind of with them from the start. They sent me like alpha samples and they accept Bitcoin for payment. Real food bars. Stop buying Cliff Bars. It's full of junk. Eat real food. Beautiful here. My hands are no longer freezing cold like they were the first hour. I actually got bit by a wasp yesterday. Shooting my bow, I got an arrow stuck in some wood and decided it was a good idea to bang around the wood with a hammer to get my arrow tip out. But weather is warming up. Once the sun comes out, you can see it's right over the tree line now. It's warming up pretty quick. We are 6 miles in, roughly 2 hours, so giving a good pace, 3 miles per hour here. Only gained 1,200 feet, so we got like 4,000 to go. But steep parts coming up, some beautiful lakes, and yeah, we're cranking.
How's everyone feeling about Tristan's pedo stash there? It's got kind of a rock climber NPC energy look to him.
I think it's more of like 70s porn star vibes, but I was really just trying to get some sun on my face. Whenever I would go in a rock climbing gym, I feel like 90% of the people have a stash and look exactly the same. Shedded the shirt here as well. For those who don't know, morning sunlight is like imperative for health. You're kind of just setting off a cascade of biological functions, and it's really priming your body for midday sun exposure as well. It's also why I shaved my beard, because my side of my face has not gotten a lot of sun. Melanin, extremely important. Vitamin D, red light, all the things. We love full spectrum sun in the morning. Sunscreen is for NPCs.
And most conventional sunscreens are toxic. That's not bro science. Look that up on Google News, set the filter back. You can see every few years they come out with a study showing there's carcinogens in it. What I do use during midday is just zinc. It's supposed to be a lot healthier. Doesn't have all the additives. The morning sun and the evening sun are really what people naturally live in. People don't really go out so much during the midday when it's super hot. But the morning sun, the evening sun is gentler sun. It's much healthier for you, and it won't burn you, obviously, to the same degree or as fast. But people get this crazy aversion to the sun.
Yes, the sun is literally like the #1 free health hack. I mean, it's so easy. It's free, costs no money. Like GT was saying, I mean, tried sunscreens are full of like benzene and other carcinogens, and it's toxic for you, toxic for the environment. If you're not in the sun, not absorbing full spectrum sunlight, synthesizing vitamin D, producing melanin, you're going to be unhealthier inherently. Sunburns are not good either. So you do have to build up a solar catalyst. Like, don't be a dumb about it. And that's why the morning, evening sun is a great way to do that. Build up slowly. Don't get burnt like a Jerry. Don't wear sunscreen that's full of chemicals. And just go the fuck outside. Taking a bar break. I made my own pemmican bars this time. You can see. Came out pretty good. I kind of do this quite often when I don't buy the Alpa bars. And yeah, it's beef, the chuck steak that I made into jerky, mixed with bison tallow and raw honey and salt. Very good consistency. 10 out of 10.
That pemmican bar is very good as well. I'm getting Half Dome Yosemite vibes from this place. Only difference is there's no soy Californians here. Are we in Peru? We have not been filming for a quick minute because Tristan has just been booking it up and then the GoPro overheated, so I didn't have time to change out the battery. I've just been trying to keep up with them. We're cruising. I wouldn't really even call this a trail. This is much more of just like summiting. You're just going through all of this, finding your way up. Nothing's really clearly marked. So we'll film when we get a little bit higher.
So we are about 2,000 feet from the summit, making good time, as Gigi said, and it's time to break out the special sauce, the summit sauce. So I take this supplement pretty much every really intense endurance event I do. It's called methylene blue. It is one of the oldest medicines, synthetic compounds invented in the 1800s. And it's really great for your mitochondria, for energy, for electron cycling. And so it's basically an antioxidant. And when you're in a hypoxic environment at 10,000 plus feet, like we are now, it's really great to keep going. So yeah, this is something that Big Pharma will never touch because it's unpatentable, but has become pretty popular in the esoteric health community. So it's a go-to for the summit push, and it's gonna put GT in the rocket booster. So I'm excited to see what he thinks. But tastes like and makes your mouth blue. Oh, that's so bad. That's disgusting. Let's go, baby.
This sounds stupid to me. I don't buy it at all, but I'm gonna try it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
It tastes like what I think iodine would taste like.
Very metallic-y, bitter. There are companies that sell these in like minty little like trochees, but I don't feel like paying for that shit, so I just buy this straight good stuff.
Yeah, it tastes like an iodine. I don't know. I don't really buy it. We'll find out. We'll see if I just go ham, go psycho mode.
It's one of the most studied compounds. First synthetic compound ever used. The Navy used it. It's been used for 150 years for anti-malarial purposes. So very well researched and efficacious.
It's kind of persistent. It stays there. I'm not feeling so good after that methylene blue. Feeling worse than that time. I ate a Grimace shake. I'm kidding. I feel fine. I actually feel normal. I don't really feel any benefit at all. This trail is much more of just rock hopping. You're kind of just rock hopping all around, trying to find the best path forward. There's not really any cans to follow. Kind of just giving it your best guess of what the shortest route will be. I will say that the altitude is hitting me. I've definitely slowed down quite a bit. Haven't gone on an intense hike like this for a while. So I definitely feel the fatigue, the shortness of breath, just trying to pace myself. Make sure I leave plenty in the tank for the way home. Tristan, they're just going ham. He made it over this ridge already. Well, we made it. It was a grind. Tristan got up here first. I was about 2 minutes behind. We made good time overall, but it was a grind. You're just rock hopping. I would say that really don't try to do this in one day unless you're in good to excellent shape. With that said, there is a family with 2 little girls and a Lhasa dog who has done it no problem. So
they did camp though. They camped one night.
They did camp one night. But if you're in good shape, give it a go. But it is a grind. I'm ready to get down, actually. But really beautiful on top of here. You can see buffalo, you can see Sheridan, you can see meadowlark You can see the spine right here, which is just incredible. Over here is where we came from.
12.5 miles up, about 5,000 feet of gain. A lot of boulders. I actually kind of didn't mind the boulders because it's a little bit different than like Mount Whitney and other hikes I've done this year where it's just like grueling straight up. It's kind of fun climbing around, but it's not for the faint of heart. So because I've been hiking so much, I feel pretty damn good. I'm glad we decided to do this in one day because we can get down and cook some steaks by the fire and have a chill night.
You can see there's a huge drop off here, hundreds of feet, down into a glacier lake.
All right, we're on our way down and we are cruising. Almost went down 2,000 feet in like an hour. Filled up our water, fast moving stream. Feeling good, spirits are high, and we're gonna track back to one of the beautiful lakes we passed and take a dip.
Due to the sun going down and having a number of miles ahead of us, we only had time for a quick jump in the lake. It's just about golden hour over the lakes here. I hike in Ultra Lone Peaks. Now these are perfect sneaker now. They kind of engineer them to be a bit disposable now. The grips on the bottom wear off after no more than one season. Moderate intensity walking. But what I like about them, they have a very wide toe box and they're a neutral shoe. They're also very light, meaning that when you're doing a lot of miles like this today, if you were to wear a hiking boot with how stiff it is, you'd end up with a lot of blisters. These are a lot lighter, a lot more flexible. They don't perform as good on boulders because they don't have a hard sole, but they perform way better when they're wet because they will dry out much faster. A little wildflower still blooming. Wyoming paintbrush. We're back in base camp now, making some dinner. It was a long hike, lots of rock hopping. It's just an endurance hike, this one.
Over 24 miles, 5.5 thousand feet of gain. We were like car door to car door in under 13 hours. I think my moving time was like 9 hours, so pretty good. It was a slog. Felt great on the way up. On the way down, feet started killing me. Probably gonna have to rethink barefoot hikers for 20 plus mile feats, but overall, Cloud Peak, we came, we saw, we conquered.
The pros, we get to come back to camp after, we earned it after 24 miles. We get to cook some ribeyes, grass-fed. It was a grind. I don't feel that bad though, I feel okay. Tomorrow, we'll be sore.
Tomorrow will be the test.
Yeah.